Namaskar. We welcome you to the 19th episode of the series Udyamita Ki Or. The program is an initiative by the National Center for Innovations in Distance Education, IGNOU. The aim is to foster a spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship among students and faculty of the university. The episodes of the program carry discussions on various entrepreneurial opportunities available in different sectors by the experts. Each episode provides information about the existing innovations and startups in a particular area, the entrepreneurial opportunities, and the funding resources available. So far, we have had discussions on innovation and entrepreneurship opportunities in various sectors, including allied biological sciences, poultry sector, waste management, food processing, healthcare, tourism sector, environmental sciences, urban planning and development, geographical sciences, biochemistry, and e-commerce. In today's episode, we will discuss the entrepreneurial opportunities in the area of nutrition sciences. For the discussion, we have with us Professor Diksha Kapoor, School of Continuing Education, IGNOU. Professor Diksha Kapoor is an eminent nutritionist and professor in the discipline of Nutritional Sciences, School of Continuing Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. She has more than 35 years of teaching and research experience in the area. She is an expert in areas such as food and nutrition, clinical nutrition, and public nutrition. Professor Kapoor has many research contributions and publications to her credit. Professor Diksha Kapoor, we welcome you to this session.
Thank you.
Nutrition is a vital aspect of human health and well-being, affecting everything from physical performance to mental acuity. However, many people struggle to meet their nutritional needs due to various factors such as busy lifestyles, dietary restrictions, or lack of access to quality food. This is where health and nutrition startups come into the picture, creating awareness and delivering nutrition-based products among consumers. With an emerging global trend towards better nutrition, the scale of the opportunity has also grown, especially in India, from a fitness or curative niche to a part of daily lifestyle. In the rapidly evolving landscape of health and wellness, the fusion of technology and nutritional science has given rise to a new breed of startups that leverage data to personalize dietary recommendations. After the pandemic, there has been an unprecedented focus on diet and nutrition as a means of being healthy. The changing food consumption patterns have led to lifestyle changes, providing opportunity for nutrition startups to tap into nutrition at home. Nutrition product development offers innovative solutions that can help people achieve their optimal nutrition. The market that was initially limited to home-based practices and word-of-mouth recommendations is slowly transforming into a huge business sector. With a wide range of nutrition products, these nutrition startups are evolving to understand people's needs and serve them on an everyday basis. The emerging startups are challenging the status quo and bringing novel solutions to the market. These startups are not only creating new products but also providing novel solutions, redefining the processes, methods, and standards of nutrition product development. Startups are meeting the shifting demands of consumers by providing a diverse array of options such as plant-based food alternatives, beverages, health-based snacks, and on-the-go meals, dietary supplements, and other health foods. Let us know more about these aspects related to startup opportunities in the area of nutritional sciences from our expert. Professor Kapoor, please tell us first about this area of nutritional sciences. What comes under this ambit?
Yes. You have already talked about few aspects which get covered within the study of nutritional sciences, and I will just elaborate a little more. See, nutritional sciences basically deals with the study of food, the science and art of food. Food is what we eat, but what is there inside that food which makes us? Like even the Gita says that we are what we eat.
True.
So what is it? What is there that is present in the food? What we eat, what we become. So the interrelationship between food, health, nutrition, this is very intricate. And this study is what food and nutrition or nutritional sciences deal with at the overall level. But within this, what happens if we do not eat the right kind of food? What are the disease conditions which lead to? So the study of that goes on to the study of clinical nutrition. We know that we are a vast country with different kind of individuals. We have people in different life cycles. And what is their requirement? What is their nutritional status? It is so important to understand that so that we have a healthy Indian nation. So the studying the nutrient needs, their requirements, and providing for that food is what nutritional science deals with. Then today, as you mentioned, that there are a whole lot of new products entering the market. And food science, food technology, today with globalization, urbanization has
emerged. It has taken a new shape. It is growing like anything.
2 decades back, we could never even think of things which are available today. So studying food, the characteristic of food, the chemistry behind the food, the technology which is being used to come up with processed food, novel foods, all that study gets included in the study of nutritional sciences. Besides, today people are very health conscious. Everybody wants to be healthy. So they are fitness freaks. They want to go to the gym. They want to indulge in sports activities. Now, what should they eat? Many times they do not get the right advice or understanding. So the study of understanding the requirement of sports individual, fitness, health, exercise, all gets included in this study. So it is not only about having a balanced diet or nutritious diet, but also the most important factor is to be able to give food, a safe food, hygienic food to our population groups. So food safety and quality control also gets covered into this. So it's a vast gamut of areas which gets covered in the study of nutritional sciences.
Because earlier the talk of nutrition and diet was related to patients, or you have some health issue. But now as the lifestyle changes have come into picture, so now everybody is talking about nutrition and good food and about good health.
Yes. So that is why it is gaining more important. Today people are understanding the value of food. Initially, even today for that matter, everybody knows everything about food. They will, their friends will tell them, their people at home will tell them, the grandmother will tell them. But today they are wanting to know the science behind it. Why is something being recommended? What is their requirement? And that is where a study of nutrition becomes very important.
So very rightly explained, ma'am. So what are the opportunities which are available for entrepreneurship in this area of nutritional sciences?
Okay. See, as this area is vast, so you would notice that there are people who have a background in this area. They are getting opportunities to work in varied areas. And today, the most sought after is the role as a dietitian, as a nutritionist.
Yeah.
Today, we have young girls coming and they are still in their programs and they get absorbed in these wellness centers, the fitness centers which are mushrooming all over the country. But what is the role they are playing there? They play a very crucial role, the role of planning diets for patients.
Even there, we notice there are people offering services, such nutritional health services through
Yes.
as online nutrition coach also.
Coach. So they are working as nutritional coach, as you were saying. They're working as nutrition consultants,
Yeah.
nutrition counselors,
Yeah.
dietitians specifically in a hospital setting. But today we have community nutritionists, community dietitians who are telling people what to eat in terms of being healthy in the community. Today, see, malnutrition is a major problem in our country. And it is affecting women, children. So to be able to advocate, to tell them what to eat. So advocacy, nutrition counseling is one of the role of a nutritionist or a dietitian. And planning diets, particularly therapeutic diets, as per their needs, as per their personalized needs. First assessing what is required, then planning those diet plans, then assessing whether the diet plans which have been provided, are they meeting the objectives? Are they, you can't have one size fit for all. So a very personalized nutrition plans are being planned and
there
given.
are plans which are addressed for women,
Yes.
plans for patients,
For adolescent girls
Yeah.
and for elderly. The
Yeah.
requirements are different
and
for
if
each.
anyone has diabetes or blood pressure,
Exactly.
so वो customized healthy plans बना
Yeah.
कर देते हैं,
Yeah.
nutrition
So-
और dietary plans they.
Yeah, that's why we call it today. It's called the NMT, or the nutrition medical treatment. So it's just not the medical treatment. Today, nutrition plays a very important role in many of these lifestyle diseases, because many of them have food as the origin of the problem. So to be able to give this kind of care to the patient is the role of the dietitian. And as I've said, public nutrition, community nutrition, where large population groups, today anemia is prevalent among pregnant women, rampant. Young children under 3 years of age are anemic. Undernutrition, 1/3 of our population under 5 is either stunted, underweight. So we need to reach out to them. We should be able to plan for them in terms of nutrition intervention programs. Can we give them food supplement? Can we give them a nutrient supplement? These kind of planning policies for these people, planning programs. These are the role as a public health nutritionist. I have talked about clinical dietitians. I have talked about public nutritionists, role of this. Yes.
I was just wondering, where do innovations come into picture? जब हम न्यूट्रिशनल साइंसेस की बात करते हैं, तो अब जो हमने कहा कि एरिया बहुत ग्रो कर रहा है, तो बहुत इनोवेशंस हो रही हैं,
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.
एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इज आल्सो कमिंग इनटू पिक्चर एंड प्लेइंग अ ग्रेट रोल. सो could you please elaborate on this?
See, today I think we are in very happy times to be living, where technology is, with modernization, urbanization, we have access to the digital technology, which is coming in a big way. And this digital technology has helped us to innovate, to reach out to the masses. And today, if you look at the mobile phones, I think just everybody today has a mobile phone, and this mobile application in diet and nutrition care. So there are apps, mobile application apps, nutrition apps, which are coming in a big way, reaching out. Just in some data to tell you, it's not the Indian data, but the global American data at the moment, where it is said that the mobile health market is valued at 40 billion. So you can very well understand, and 58% of the mobile users in some time or the other have downloaded an app. And among dietitians, 85% are using some or the other app to counsel their patients or to reach out to their patients. This is a Western data.
The
but
thing
the same
is, the
being
mobile apps offer the convenience also. That is a huge
True.
That is a crucial aspect of this.
Exactly. And you see, convenience, and it is easy to access. Earlier, people would have to go to a nutritionist, will have to go to a hospital. Here, sitting in your home environment, in a comfortable situation, you are reaching out and your needs are being met.
आपका जो न्यूट्रिशनल सॉल्यूशन है या जो आपको डाइटरी टिप्स चाहिए,
जी।
जो गाइडेंस चाहिए, वो आपके हाथ में है, आपके मोबाइल के जरिए
पूरा। एंड सबसे ज्यादा हम देख रहे हैं कि द एप्लीकेशंस which are being used are for diet and weight loss.
Yeah.
Currently, there are about 10,000 such applications only on weight loss.
Okay.
They are there available for people to use and they are using it. And these mobile apps, what do? They kind of assess dietary practices of individuals and not at one time. Like when we study or when we are looking at, suppose I am required to do your dietary assessment. I may just take a 24-hour dietary recall and say, आज आपने क्या खाया बताइए. But these dietary apps, mobile apps, they give us access to a large data day in, day out. So I don't need to depend on that one recall, which can be biased because you don't want to tell me that you cheated on something. So this is the freedom which we get using that just with this mobile app, I can track what you are eating, and based on what you're eating, what your exercise plan is, we can then work out a diet plan for
what
you.
kind of, how many calories you are burning.
Yes.
What is
Now, day by day, there are being improvement in these mobile apps. They are including what the BMR data is there, what should be your basal metabolic rate, body mass index, what you are eating, are you able to meet those? If not, is it the exercise which is lacking? All this data, these apps you are providing to the users, and based on it, their dietitians, their nutritionists can work out diet plans for them.
So if our students think of doing something in the area of nutritional sciences, if any student has an idea, तो वो एक मोबाइल ऐप के बारे में भी सोच सकते हैं. कोई एक उनको एक प्रॉब्लम एरिया दिखे या कोई गैप एरिया है जहाँ पे नीड है, मार्केट सेगमेंट है जो टेकर्स हैं, then they can develop that, work on that solution and develop
Exactly.
that mobile app.
Just to tell you, one of my PhD students actually is working a mobile app to work with community women in the urban setting. You see, there they are part of a government plan where the government is already reaching out to those vulnerable women. Here, the idea is that can we give them timely information? Can we give them information as to if it's a mother with a small child, what she needs to feed at 6 months, what she needs to give the child at 8 months. So, and everybody today has a mobile phone. So we are designing an app where these messages, this information, and not for, scientific and big jargons, simple, easy messages for her and sent timely so that it registers in that woman's mind. So this is the outreach, where we can develop these apps and, social engagement where community masses can be involved together because it is a community of women. So if each one of them can be connected and their feedback can be taken, what they want can be included. That is the power of the mobile app. And today, just to give you a few examples, there is something called the chronometer. This chronometer, it tracks even fasting and its ill effect. If you are not eating anything, it will tell you what is lacking. It tells you the daily nutrient intake report, how much calories you ate. Out of that calorie, how much percentage of calories are coming from carbohydrate, how much is coming from fat, what was your dietary fiber intake, did you take the good fat in your diet, what is your iron intake. So what is this chronometer doing? It is also providing you a forum where the calories burned are being noted so that a balance of what needs to be changed it can be worked out. The reports and charts are then provided so that individuals or the dietitian or whoever you are consulting can work out a personalized diet plan for you. Like this, we have a Fitness Pal app also, which tracks, that also gives you food data. Suppose you've eaten dal. How much does 30 gram of dal give you in terms of calories, proteins? You've eaten, say, 50 grams of egg. What does in terms of nutritive value? Because that is what people are looking for today. We don't know. I mean, it's hearsay. Oh, if I eat this, this will happen to me. Here, everything is in their hands. So just opening up the app gives them all the information. There is another one called Healthify Me. Within that, it tracks the lifestyle, not only the nutrition, but what is your physical activity, what is your weight, and then relating the three and guiding you. So these are the mobile apps which are used in the area of nutrition today. Yeah.
So, as we have discussed, there is one area which is smart, related to smart nutrition, then mobile applications.
In disease as well, yes.
Yeah. Then what is this quantity cookery? Means that is also one of the areas.
See, quantity cookery, basically, today what is happening is if you go to these religious gatherings, or if you have a marriage in the house, or if there is a party somewhere, you see people gathering and food being cooked for large numbers. So that is what is called as quantity cookery. And that becomes very important because you see, you need to start from a standardized recipe. I have, say, 1,000 people coming for this, or I have 1,000 people coming for my conference. So if I have to give X food to them, where do I start? So you start with a standardized recipe and you mark it up then. Okay, now if this caters to, say, 5 people or 1 person, so how much markup I need to have to be able to reach out to so many people. Then the second aspect is the food safety. Because today, a large number of people have morbidity, or there are deaths because of food poisoning, because of food infection. So how do you maintain food safety? So quantity cookery deals with all these. And today we have certain apps which also gives you the recipes of most of the food items. So for somebody earlier, remember we had those cookbooks and other things. So here the technology is being used. So the people who are innovating, they are, working out just not the recipes, but they are telling you, okay, how much of calories will be provided with this, what you can do to enhance the nutritive value. So that kind of innovations are being done.
So when we talk about the shift towards a healthy lifestyle, so the new opportunities lead to opening up in the area of providing personalized solutions, as we have talked about.
Yeah.
So what is this personalized solution, और इसमें क्या innovation का scope है? अगर कोई कुछ business या enterprise का सोचे तो क्या इसमें avenues हैं?
See, today people are suffering from many lifestyle diseases, where obesity, diabetes, hypertension, they are now, like for India, it is said that we are very soon going to be the capital of diabetes. There are many people. Now, each individual needs a personalized diet plan and provide for them to have a better understanding of their disease condition. First of all, they must understand what their disease condition. For example, let's take an example of diabetes. To understand that, now in diabetes, if the blood sugar levels are going up, then what food I need to eat? Is it so the knowledge of, is it the carbohydrate, which is the more I eat, and what kind of carbohydrate which will enhance my sugar levels?
So your lifestyle, your disease if you have any, and what are other aspects related to the how much active you are, what kind of lifestyle you are leading. All these aspects are taken into account while creating a personalized nutritional plan for you.
I mean, if it is an
Your
obese
health aspects,
person, then with specific, if there are comorbidities,
and
then
also I guess genetic makeup and all these things
all
are taken.
things are taken. And you know, like the apps we were talking about today, you get those apps which actually monitor your glucose levels and the food you're eating, how much carbohydrates you are getting from those, and then they will kind of tell you that no, today's diet has led to an increase, so they will you will know where you stand today and what you need to cut down.
So here technology can be used to provide optimized health outcomes and personalized nutritional plans for the wellness and well-being of the
There are many
individuals.
gastrointestinal diseases too, like irritable bowel disease, where you know people do suffer from stress or because of other reasons they have it, and nutrition can play an important role. So there, you know, diet plans, what to give, these will help us in improving the status.
We also see that AI, जब टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करते हैं तो AI भी पिक्चर में आ जाता है. अभी AI ड्रिवन भी बहुत सारे सॉल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड किए जा रहे हैं न्यूट्रिशन और हेल्थ वेलनेस की फील्ड में.
जी
तो जैसे कि स्मार्ट स्केल है, जो एक अगर आप रेसिपी ऐप है उसके साथ एडजस्ट रहता है, तो वो मेजर करके आपके लिए रेसिपी कितना क्वांटिटी चाहिए, कितना न्यूट्रिशनल कंटेंट चाहिए आपको और कैसी आपकी हेल्थ है, वो सब कैलकुलेशन लगा के आपको बताएगा कि यू नीड टू टेक दीज मेनी ग्राम्स एंड prepare the food, and then it has to be, the quantity has to be this much. So these kind of products are also being developed.
Exactly. See, today AI, the artificial intelligence, has taken over the entire world in a way, you know, not only in health but even in nutrition. Today what we are saying that this AI is actually providing us how we can optimize our diets using the AI. So one of I think what we can do is we can take a small break, and then we will continue
with the discussion. Okay.
Online and digital platforms are part and parcel of our life. Whether we are booking tickets, playing a movie, playing games, every aspect of our life is depending on online and digital services. Welcome to the Postgraduate Diploma in Digital Media. In the contemporary India, nearly 92% of the population connected to mobile, close to 70% connected to internet. Be it a social life or individual life or academic activity or government sector, we are so much part of this online revolution. You will learn this particular program from interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary perspective. The learning from this diploma about digital media helps you to boost your career in the communication discipline, or you can integrate with your own area of exploration. This particular diploma is focusing on the following areas: understanding the digital media from multiple perspectives of the social setup, applications of ICT in various sectors, issues of the contemporary scenario of digital media like access, understanding and participation. We have practicals on digital journalism. We are running our own online news portal, The Voices, you can access it. And we have project on internet research. This is a one-year program, 32 credit course, worth of courses are incorporated. There are 5 courses related to theory, 1 practicals, 1 project. Practical about digital journalism and project is about internet research. Open learning system adopted by the Indira, the National Open University, follows certain characteristics. It's a flexible and convenient, can be customized as per your needs, and the same quality adopted in a postgraduate diploma in digital media. Catch up with the online and digital revolution. Learn more about this platform. Register for this diploma. Connect with us. We will learn together.
Welcome back after the short break. So we were discussing on entrepreneurial opportunities in the area of nutrition sciences. We were talking about AI-driven innovations and innovative solutions which are being brought out in the sector. So, ma'am,
Yes, yeah, just continuing. See, AI is used at 3 levels. One is diet optimization. Diet optimization, what I mean is that suppose a person is suffering from diabetes. So like I gave an example earlier, so the carbohydrate counting and linking it to the postprandial sugar or the sugar rise linked to that kind of these the computer algorithms data is available, and based on that they predict that which foods will increase, so that helps them work out a very optimized diet for individuals.
Because you are working on nutritional content of the meals which are being prepared, and focusing on the quantity of the ingredients that has to go into it,
and then,
depending on the requirement, nutritional
and,
requirement.
the food recognition.
Yes.
Because AI is able to, there was a small experiment done that is like to a child when you are saying A for apple, ye apple hai, where usi tarah se AI, through AI, once it can recognize each food with its quality, with its whatever parameters you give. Here in AI, we are not developing any softwares, but we are using the computer application is using the data already there in being able to recognize and give us the data. So slowly this is also picking up, and diet optimization is one use in nutrition of AI. Second is risk prediction. You see, we do large scale surveys. Even in our country, we have the NFHS surveys. So just to give you an example, there was a National Health and Examination Survey abroad, and it was a tenfold, the data was there. Now that they've linked with National Death Index. And age, sex, ethnicity, blood sugar levels, diabetes, just name any parameter, they got the data and they linked it with the death index, and which parameters were directly linked to the higher death rate. So the risk prediction became very easier. Earlier we would do a statistical modeling, linear regression or this, but this is really being used in risk depiction.
And the thing is, it is very easy, convenient, and in your hands.
In our hands.
Any customer or user can utilize these applications when developed. So, if any student is thinking of of setting up a startup in this area, the student can develop a mobile app to provide such health-related services.
These are the niche areas which we are talking about. They can. Similarly, AI is being used in diet pattern analysis. See, particularly one study worked with pregnant women. Like I said, the pregnant women today in our country are undernourished. They are anemic. And this, they used AI to see that prior to conception, when the woman learned she's pregnant, they tried to find out for the last 3 months how much of fruits and vegetables the woman was consuming. And then they linked it to the fetal outcome, to her pregnancy status, to be able to say that if she is having more than 80% percentile of fruit and vegetables, then this was the outcome. If it was this. So you see, what you're doing is you are studying the dietary patterns and being able to provide for a healthier individual well-being. So this is the scope of AI which we see today in the area of nutrition.
AI के बाद हम देखते हैं कि wearable technology for fitness tracking, that is also coming up. Many innovations are being made in this.
Exactly. See, the wearables can be immense. They can be in the form of smart watches. They can be in the form of buttons today. So these wearables technology, they are accessories which are available, which can be either worn or it can be put on the cloth, and they then can monitor. They can track what you are eating, what your lifestyle is, what your exercise pattern is. Similarly, like the mobile, in the mobile app you have to carry. Here, this is a small, maybe a button which gets into you, and it gives you an indication. Well, there are many of these today which are being used, the wearable technology, and they can be explored by our students and others to be able to develop some app based on it.
They provide real-time feedback and data, and
exactly.
Accordingly the user can be provided dietary related choices or information.
Like I said, you are also not depending on a recall only, because there can be biases there. And one day recall may not give you the complete picture also. Here it is monitoring. You can monitor, for example, the last 3 months, what the person has eaten, like we did in the other one. Or you can do a day-to-day, today this, get a 7-day dietary recall or a dietary data in front of you, and then be able to analyze and see what is missing, what needs to be given, where do I pitch in my nutrition counseling. Those kind of wearable technologies, digital technologies can be used.
There is one more segment which is also growing, which is nutrition-based product development. Many products are being developed which are healthy and nutrition based. So could you tell us something about
this one area is attracting lot of people, and particularly our students too, because it does not really require a lot of technology, lot of funding and things. What I see among my students, anybody who had a little interest in cooking, had a little interest in understanding what food is, today what they are doing, they are coming up with new products. See, it's like a product can be a biscuit. We get all these glucose biscuits, other biscuits in the market.
Then there are millet based and
cookies. But
and
how you can change that regular routine biscuit and make it healthier by including, say, a millet, which will give you a little more protein, a little more fiber. Likewise, you take the original food and just change the form, change the content within it to make it more nutritious. And this is what is a new product development. Just few years back, we didn't have many such shops. Today, every corner you see is a health food shop, where you can get whole wheat buns, you can get different kind of biscuits, ragi biscuits, millet biscuits, or whatever. Such novel foods today.
There
Cakes,
are startups catering to vegan diet, and
I was coming to that second in a minute. So these are, what we call them as the functional foods today. There's a big market. Oats are there, millets. These are powerhouse of nutrition. So how we can incorporate. Coming to your point about the plant-based. See, today more and more people are turning vegan, where protein meeting, or they are vegetarian and meeting their protein needs become. So today the market is now getting flooded with these kind of protein based foods, where they are culturing the protein out and making it's like, you had the fertilization, you had the petri dish, something similar is happening now.
There is a startup which is offering plant-based meat products. Means they are creating such meat products in the lab.
Yes,
and
of course they come with a price. They are not cheap. So I don't know how many people will be able to benefit.
But then there is a niche market for that.
There is a niche market for that, and we can look at that.
Yeah. So, ma'am, what is the requirement for setting up a startup in this area?
Yeah. See, the first and foremost, what you need to do is to have an interest. Because you can only start something if you have an interest in this area. So what I've done is, I will just try to list out the different needs or the requirements for setting up. Yeah. So the first and the foremost, what you need to do, as I was saying, is identify a possible business area which you think has a market potential.
The student can look out for a problem area or any gap area where there is a demand.
See,
people are looking for.
It may not be a very new product, because it's difficult to come up with. You will get a Nobel Prize for it, really. But even if it's an old one, how do you make it look new? You change the appearance of that product. You change the nutritive value. Like I said, you add something to it to make it more.
There is कोई चीज मार्केट में अवेलेबल है, बट आपको लगता है ये जो इसके कस्टमर्स हैं उनको कुछ और चाहिए. You can update that, give it a new shape, work on it, provide a new solution.
आपका जॉब ये है कि आप कैसे अपने कस्टमर को कैच करें. So first you do is identify a possible business area. All right? आप किस में कर सकते हैं. Then determine the concept feasibility. क्या ये हो पाएगा? Within, अब हो पाएगा, उसमें there will be many issues. Do I have the finances? Do I have the know-how?
That comes later on, but they can work on that. Suppose आपको लगता है कि ये एक प्रॉब्लम एरिया, इसके लिए सोल्यूशन टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर कर सकते हैं, एक मोबाइल ऐप डेवलप की जा सकती है.
Exactly. So आप क्या करेंगे? You will develop a business plan.
If you have the expertise, आपके पास वो know-how है, आप जानते हैं कि आप ऐप डेवलप कैसे की जा सकती है, प्रोग्रामिंग कोडिंग जानते हैं तो ठीक है. अदरवाइज यू कैन रोप इन अ कंप्यूटर पर्सन और अ टेक्नोलॉजी पर्सन एंड यू कैन यूज हिम हिज स्किल्स.
स्टार्टअप्स अकेले से नहीं होते हैं. It is a teamwork. That is why a business plan has to be put in place. That what you will do, who will be, it will be done in collaboration with, what kind of skill sets you would require. You will identify a location, whether it is going to be an online or offline or whatever, a site map of where it is going to be. Then biggest thing is identify a customer base. Who will I cater to?
For that, you need to do the proper market survey and research.
Yes.
Get the feedback from the customers. Prepare a product if you're working on a product or an app. एक product बनाइए, उसको pilot testing कीजिए, field में ले जाइए, थोड़ा उसको family friends के साथ market में उसको use कीजिए, फिर feedback लीजिए, improvise कीजिए, then work on the funding
aspect. And you see, आप जो market survey की बात कर रहे हैं, that is the crux.
Very true.
You know, your customer base, if you can target the right clientele, then your startup will surely take off. Then you arrange for the infrastructure, resources, what we've talked about. Then you also have to look at the legal and the regulatory conditions. If it is a food service unit, then FSSAI licensing becomes very important. So, you know, for food service units, the Food Safety Standard Authority of India has a very good document on how to get started with a startup. It tells you just everything you want to know. If you want to do a licensing, what kind of licensing? For a small unit, for a big unit, everything is spelled out. What other kind of, NOCs you have to take? Is it the water department? Is it the fire? All that has been spelled out. And lastly, once everything, your business plan is put into place, on the paper it is planned, you then arrange for the finances and then you go ahead. So
they also need to take care of regulatory compliances which are required. If it is a health related app you are developing or any product you are developing, so you need to take care of the regulatory compliances. And most importantly, if you are going to work in the area of nutritional sciences, you need some background in nutrition or food science, food technology or dietetics, so that you can have a solid foundation. And if you don't have those skills, you may either enroll in a professional course, or you may do your own self-study, do the background research, gather that knowledge, and also involve any such person who is an expert in the area, rope in that person as a team member, as a part of your team.
Exactly. See, you were talking about the challenges also which will come when you get into starting your startup. And these challenges, as you would notice, the market analysis. Once you go for that market survey, you will realize that what you had planned and what you are giving, they might need to be treated in a different way. The client engagement, behavior, changing people's behavior related to food is not easy. Just because I know what is good and I tell you you must eat will not be so easy to be able to convince the people to engage the client into changing behaviors, making them adopt new food products if we are developing, or maybe just making food at home, and avoid unreasonable goals. Because when somebody comes to you, they want everything should be done in an iffy, it should be done. So these kind of things, these challenges, they will come.
There are at times that what if some technology related application is being developed or some health related solution is being provided, data is taken from people, from health centers or from fitness centers or gyms or some. So you are taking data from a different many diverse segments, you can say. So you need experts to analyze that data, assess that data, and also you need to ensure the privacy and security of that data which you are taking. Because you are handling data. If you are generating health related or nutritional related data of a person day in and day out, you are generating data. So you need to ensure the privacy and security of that data also.
Because see, your client is coming to you.
Yes.
So the onus of keeping the data secret is That is
Yeah.
true even with doctors when they see their patients. Here also. So,
Because
yes,
there
it's a
might be
very-
large amount of data which will be generated if
E-
suppose the application has been developed,
Yes.
the application is taking collecting data
Yeah.
on a number of parameters,
True.
and a large number of people, thousands and lakhs of people start using that application. So the application that you develop
Yeah,
should be
it's
robust.
it's generating data, and
Yeah.
the onus of the secrecy of maintaining the legitimacy or that data, it lies with the person who is.
So the application has to be robust. You need to use
Yes.
right kind of people for development of that application.
True.
And also the algorithms
Yeah.
which are calculating or using
The
data
AI is
analysis
totally
for,
based on these
you
algorithms
need-
only.
so
That has to be really there for use. Only then they will be able to do those predictions or whatever is there.
yeah, so you need to take care of all those things also. Then one important aspect is the scalability of the solution.
Yeah.
Suppose you have आपने एक segment identify किया, आपको एक need नज़र आई वहाँ पे कि ये solution मुझे develop करना चाहिए, चाहे वो कोई product है या application है. आपने वो प्रोडक्ट बना लिया, पायलट टेस्टिंग कर ली, बट एक चीज और देखने की है, विद टाइम इट शुड बी टेकन, इफ इट इज डेवलप्ड एट अ लोकल लेवल, देन इट शुड बी द सॉल्यूशन शुड बी सच कि आप उसको स्केल कर सके रीजनल लेवल पे, स्टेट लेवल पे, नेशनल लेवल, एंड इट शुड बी ग्लोबल आल्सो.
Yeah, but you see, when you start something, it will take time.
But that thing has to be
and it should be
foreseen.
built within your planning. It is not
in
something
future,
which-
because if it is a startup, there
yes.
should be this element that it should be scalable.
Scalable, indeed.
Yeah.
Because the funders will only come to you if they see that there is potential for it to take it forward. Otherwise, getting funders will also be not very easy.
Very true.
And that is one of the biggest challenge today, which is being faced, the right funding coming. Because they may fund you initially, then they may stop, and you realize that you started off well and then you are nowhere. So one has to be careful.
So, talking about funding, Government of India is also providing support to startups in through various schemes.
Yes.
One of them is Startup India scheme,
Yeah.
and then there are other schemes also.
Yeah. See, these startup schemes, particularly in the area of nutrition, health, you've already talked about the Startup India. Okay. Other than this, there is another scheme which is the Atal Innovation Mission. And within this, entrepreneurial promotion through self-employment, through talent utilization, these are the features of this mission. Then innovation promotion to provide a platform where innovative ideas are generated. So this mission provides you that kind of platform where you can meet the right kind of people. They can take you to a concluding aspect related to that. Then there is another one which is a New Gen Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center. Here, this startup program by the Indian government is implemented in the educational institutions. So there will be institutions who would be provided this kind of development center, and the grant will come from the government, and they can then provide to their maybe the faculty, maybe the students, to take up any such venture and go ahead. Then in the area of dairy, milk, there is a Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme promoted by the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. This, of course, takes up startups in the area of, like I said, the dairy processing units, then veterinary hospitals. That kind of funding, that kind of help is provided by this. Then there is a venture capital finance assistance schemes promoted by small farmers and agribusiness. See, many of these, like the product development and others, you need the raw material. So, can you work with farmers? Can you work with, startup doesn't mean that you have to be isolated. If you can be linked to the ground and then take it forward, it will go a long way. What you talk about sustainability and scale up. And one is the India Aspiration Fund. This also would invest in venture capital fund, and SIDBI you would have seen being advertised. So this also provides some kind of funding for such entrepreneurial or for such innovative startups.
So, in the area of nutritional sciences, the student can start from small. It could also be a home-based
yes,
business.
Good you touched upon this, because you see today, it was an eye-opener for us during COVID times. We realized all of a sudden the YouTube was full of women in their small homes, some preparing some processed food, some recipes. So earlier it was just doing it at a small scale. Word of mouth, the things would go. Today it has come out open. So women having small packed lunches unit and then distributing. In Mumbai there is a big dabba movement, where women cook, and it is, which is, yes, something like that. We can have packed lunches. We can have food on wheels, where food is provided to certain sections like the elderly. So these kind of initiatives which women can sit at home and do it and have tie-ups.
Now even the cloud kitchens
The cloud kitchens have, you can take space, you don't even have to invest there and do it.
Yeah.
So I think today we've discussed a whole lot of it, and we are running out of time
there
as
are
well.
a lot many areas for the students to think about.
Yeah.
There's smart nutrition, dietitian, quantity cookery, nutrition and fitness trackers, and then plant-based products, nutritional wellness and hygiene related products, and AI-driven nutrition platforms and apps and food technologies, food techs. So with this, we end the discussion, and we will meet you again in the next episode with focusing on a new area. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks to our expert. Thank you.